What's going on, guys? Welcome into Around the ICC European Edition with me, Kevin Egan. On this week's show, we've got our midterm awards where we give out things like the best newcomer or the best player so far. We've got our US men's national team rankings as we look ahead to the camp over in Wales, and I've got the team of the season so far. Agree or disagree? Can't wait for your thoughts. Let's kick it off. Let's start with the Premier League. We had a heavyweight clash in Manchester as City hosted Liverpool, but the points were shared in a 1-1 draw. Klopp threw out an all-attacking lineup, but it was City left with the biggest regret afterward as Kevin De Bruyne missed a penalty. Harry Kane scored his 150th Premier League goal to win it late at West Brom. Try telling me that Spurs are not title contenders this year. Jose Mourinho is back. Man United faced a nervy match at Everton amidst calls for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's head, but even on such a short turnaround from the Champions League game on Wednesday, United were clinical. Bruno Fernandes with the brace and Edinson Cavani bagging his first goal for the Red Devils off the bench. Elsewhere, Arsenal were destroyed at home by the mighty Villa. Chelsea put 4 past basement boys Sheffield United, and Leicester just cannot stop winning right now. So the top of the table at the international break looks like this. The Foxes are top, Spurs are back, and Man United are in the bottom half. In Germany, we had the match we were all waiting for. Der Klassiker, the meeting of Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. Surprise, surprise. Dortmund came close, but Bayern edged it. It was a meeting of two of the game's best front men, Robert Lewandowski and Erling Haaland, both of whom were on target. Crazy stat for you. Lewandowski's now scored 17 goals in just 13 matches against his former club. After the match, Haaland said Bayern are the best team in the world right now, and I'm not sure anyone disagrees with that. Averaging 3.2 goals a game, the Champions League winners have only lost twice in all of 2020. In La Liga, the standout result of the weekend was Real Madrid getting hammered by Valencia 4-1 at Mestalla. Get this, it was the first time ever they've had 3 penalties against them. Carlos Soler had a hat-trick, all penalties. In fact, he had 4 penalties, but one was brought back for encroachment. Los Blancos are so hard to predict, and they're so incredibly inconsistent. Congrats to the Bats though. Barca, they needed Messi to spring from the bench to beat Betis at the Camp Nou. The little magician scored a brace in a 5-2 win. A bonkers match. Atletico Madrid hammered Cadiz with João Felix running the show, scoring 2. And that's just the big boys covered in Spain, but it's Real Sociedad that sit at the summit of La Liga. David Silva and Mikel Oyarzabal sprinkling their magic in the Basque Country. In Italy, it's another week and another missed opportunity for Juventus. Cristiano Ronaldo scored, but the old lady just couldn't hang on. Caicedo scoring and make that his 3rd straight game, scoring late to snatch points for Lazio. Zlatan proved he's human by missing a penalty, and then he scored a last-minute leveller for Milan. The big winners of the weekend for me were Napoli thanks to Victor Osimhen and Roma. Get this, Henrik Mkhitaryan scoring a hat-trick. He's having an unbelievable season for Roma. AC Milan still top of the pack in Italy. How exciting is it we get to talk about the US men's national team again. They're over in Cardiff, getting together for a November camp and a match against Wales on Thursday. So how did the guys do over the weekend? What's their form like for the big clubs? Well, it looks like there won't be any major issues with fatigue, that's for sure. Dest, Richards, Pulisic, Steffen, they all didn't play, while Adams and McKennie combined for a total of 23 minutes for Leipzig and Juve. I've got 2 standouts for you, and both are teenagers. One familiar name and one new boy that everyone's starting to talk about. First up, Gio Reyna, 69 minutes for Borussia Dortmund in Der Klassiker. Neuer had a massive save against the youngster whose birthday is coming up this week, turning 18. And the other player, keep a close eye on Yunus Musa. A 4-1 victory for Valencia, and the young player was absolutely fantastic. Just 17 years of age. Now, he's an English youth international, but he was born over in the US and he's been called up by Greg Berhalter. So now Valencia have a US men's national team player who could very well be capped in a competitive game soon and may want to go on and represent the red, white and blue. Looking forward to that. He had a goal ruled out against Real Madrid through video assistant referee, a top class young player that I think US fans should be excited about if he commits. Alright guys, seeing as though we've hit the midterm break, I wanted to throw out some awards so far for this season. So let's kick off with Best Player. Well, that one's easy, right? Robert Lewandowski. It has to be the big Pole. 11 goals already this season. He is looking hungry to go after that Ballon d'Or, which was robbed from him last year. Best newcomer. I'm going to say Gio Reyna. 18 on Friday. I'm going to give an honorary shout out to Camavinga and also Ansu Fati, but for a 17-year-old, Gio Reyna having the influence he's having for Borussia Dortmund, both in the Champions League and the Bundesliga, absolutely fantastic. Best comeback player. So the player that's bouncing back from the wilderness. No brainer for me. James Rodriguez, absolutely delighted to see the Colombian starring in the Premier League for Carlo Ancelotti and the Toffees. Sure, he's gone off form maybe a little bit over the last few games, but he's been brilliant so far this season in the Premier League. I give an honorary shout out to Chucky Lozano and Moise Kean as well. I think James Rodriguez, though, is going to have a brilliant and complete season for Everton. Most influential player so far. For me, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, it is. Nearly hitting 40 years of age now, and Zlatan continues to score match-winning goals for his team that are sitting pretty at the summit of Serie A. A very young team that he says are making him feel young again, and he wants to take on the responsibility. Also, I want to give a shout out to Thomas Muller and Jamie Vardy for Bayern and Leicester, two really influential players. Biggest surprise for me so far this season, our final midterm award. For me, it's absolutely Jose Mourinho and Tottenham Hotspur. Second in the Premier League. I thought Jose Mourinho was done. I thought he was cooked after his failed spell at Manchester United. Booted out the door. Mourinho comes in at Spurs, taken over from Pochettino, and it's been a major success this season. In fact, don't deny it, Tottenham Hotspur are in the hunt for a Premier League title this year. We're at the midterm break, so I'm picking my team of the season so far. I'm going with an attack-minded team, a 3-4-3 formation. In goal, I've got Spurs goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, captain fantastic, World Cup winner. At the back, Ben Chilwell from Chelsea, 3 goals in 9 starts, 2 assists, 7 clean sheets. He's been brilliant since joining from Leicester. Mats Hummels can't stop scoring and leading the way. Now, he scored in the last 13 seasons in the Bundesliga. Remarkable. Sergio Ramos is also scoring, but he's influential when he's in the team. Think about his big moment in El Clasico. Mikel Oyarzabal has been flawless for Real Sociedad. They're the leaders of La Liga, and he's the top scorer in La Liga. He's been fantastic. Joshua Kimmich has been brilliant for Bayern Munich. He tore his meniscus though, and he'll be out until January, the German international. Joao Felix, 7 goals, 3 assists in all competitions. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Ansu Fati, the youngest scorer for the Spain national team. He had a goal in El Clasico, and all round his performances have really wowed us this season for Barca. Harry Kane just scored his 150th Premier League goal. Robert Lewandowski, 11 this season. And finally, I'm going with a big striker over in Italy that continues to perform week in, week out. Not Ronaldo, not Zlatan Ibrahimovic, it's Victor Osimhen. The Nigerian striker for Napoli has changed the way Gattuso's men can play. He stretches the field, he's scoring goals now, and I think he's absolutely top class. Agree or disagree? I want to know your thoughts. ICC memories this week, and I'm picking Joao Felix for Atletico Madrid. Given his performances at the weekend, it's worth taking a trip down memory lane. Friends Arena in Sweden, the summer of 2019, Felix went up against Cristiano Ronaldo, his compatriot, and Juventus. Scored a wonderful volley and influence throughout, really outshining Cristiano on the night. It's wonderful, I think, to see Joao Felix performing and living up to the hype for Atletico Madrid this season. Guys, I love you, but I gotta go. That's all we have for this week. Make sure you check out internationalchampionscup.com for all your latest news and the best content for European football. For me, Kev, and our entire team, cheers. We'll see you next week.